Welcome back to session 6 of GED Science Mastery. I am glad you are here. Here is something wonderful. Almost all the energy in your body traces back to sunlight, captured by plants. The GED asks about the two processes that move that energy: photosynthesis, which stores it, and cellular respiration, which releases it. They are partners, mirror images of each other. And once you see how they fit together, this whole topic becomes almost automatic. Let's follow the energy. The simplest way to picture this is a rechargeable battery. Photosynthesis charges the battery. It uses light energy to pack energy into a sugar called glucose. Cellular respiration drains the battery. It breaks that glucose back down to release energy the cell can actually use. Here is the key difference to remember. Plants do both, charging in the light and draining all the time. Animals only drain. We cannot make our own glucose, so we get it by eating. Charge and drain. Hold on to that picture. Let's write photosynthesis as an equation. The reactants, the ingredients, are carbon dioxide, water, and light energy. The products, what comes out, are glucose and oxygen. So carbon dioxide plus water plus light becomes glucose plus oxygen. This happens inside the chloroplasts, the green parts of a plant cell, and it needs light, so it only runs when the sun is up. Notice the plant takes in carbon dioxide and gives off oxygen. That oxygen is the very air we breathe. Now respiration, and watch how it mirrors photosynthesis. The reactants are glucose and oxygen. The products are carbon dioxide, water, and usable energy, the ATP that powers the cell. So glucose plus oxygen becomes carbon dioxide plus water plus energy. This happens mainly in the mitochondria, the powerhouses, and unlike photosynthesis, it runs all the time, in light or dark. Here, the cell takes in oxygen and gives off carbon dioxide, the exact opposite of photosynthesis. Here's the beautiful part. These two processes are exact opposites. Look closely. The products of photosynthesis, glucose and oxygen, are precisely the reactants of respiration. And the products of respiration, carbon dioxide and water, are precisely the reactants of photosynthesis. They hand materials back and forth. The single most common mistake is mixing up the gases, so lock this in. Photosynthesis takes in carbon dioxide and releases oxygen. Respiration takes in oxygen and releases carbon dioxide. Opposite directions every time. Let's read a real GED-style study. A student put a water plant, pondweed, in a beaker and shone a lamp on it from different distances, changing how much light reached the plant. She counted the oxygen bubbles it released each minute. And remember, oxygen is a product of photosynthesis, so counting bubbles is a fair way to measure the rate. Look at the bars. At light level 0, 0 bubbles. At level 1, 8. At level 2, 16. At level 3, 22. And at level 4, 24. More light brought more bubbles, but notice the jump gets smaller near the top. Let's answer the question with our method. What did the data show, and why do the bubbles stop increasing much after level 3? Read. More light gives more oxygen, but the jump from level 3 to 4 is tiny, only 22 to 24. Choose. As light increases, the rate of photosynthesis increases, but the leveling off means light is no longer the limiting factor. Something else, like carbon dioxide or temperature, is now capping the rate. Check. I will not claim light always increases photosynthesis without limit. The data clearly show it levels off, so I stay inside the evidence. Step back and see the grand pattern. Matter cycles in a loop. The carbon dioxide, water, and oxygen pass back and forth between photosynthesis and respiration. used over and over. But energy does not loop. Energy flows one way. It enters as sunlight, gets stored in glucose, powers the cell's work, and finally leaves as heat. It never comes back. So remember this pairing. Matter cycles round and round, but energy flows straight through. In as light, out as heat. Let's lock in the traps the GED loves here. 1. Thinking plants only photosynthesize. No, plants also respire, constantly. 2. Thinking cellular respiration just means breathing. In science, it is a chemical process inside cells, not just moving air. 3. Mixing up the gases. Photosynthesis takes in carbon dioxide and gives off oxygen. Respiration is the reverse. 4. Thinking energy recycles. Matter cycles, but energy flows through and is lost as heat. The recap. Photosynthesis charges, respiration drains, and they are perfect opposites. Wonderful work today. You can now write both equations, tell the gases apart, and explain why energy flows while matter cycles. Your practice for this session is the 10 questions attached to this lesson. Answer them from memory and watch the gas direction, carbon dioxide versus oxygen, because that is the most common slip. To read the full lesson notes and practice more GED Science questions, visit the course page at www.bridge2exam.com. You are doing beautifully. I will see you in session 7, where we open the instruction manual of life: DNA, genes, chromosomes, and proteins. Keep going. You are doing great.